It's time to hit the road and you're excited to go RVing. You've done your research, you've planned your entire trip, and you've booked your stay. You pack the RV up, you hook it to the truck, and you hit the open road. You arrive at your first campground, and when you check in, they give you a list of rules and regulations and policies for your stay. As you read over the list of rules and regulations for the RV park, you start to realize that all these rules were created for a reason. And this is basically a list of all the ways that the RV park can ask you to leave. All RV parks we've ever stayed at have a list of rules, and they're all very similar. Wouldn't it be nice if RV parks had a list of rules that they had to follow? Things they have to do and not do in order to be an RV park? Well, after 3 years of full-time travel on the road, we've made a list of all the things that RV parks need to stop doing. You're researching what RV park you want to stay at, and the problem with RV parks starts with their website. Most of these RV parks have a website that looks like an online dating profile. The park you're looking at is not the park you're about to go meet. I would say 75% of the parks we stay at, the online website is better than the park you're going to. And that's just the way it is. They're gonna show you the best of the best and avoid showing you the things that aren't that great. Now there are some, like the big name brands and the chain type resorts, that will show you exactly what you're getting, but they also leave out some of the unpleasant things that may be in the area. And then there's a small group of RV parks that you need to invest some money in your website, because your park is actually pretty amazing, but your website is not showing that. You have an old website that was made when the park was made. The website's okay, but your park is better than your advertising, and if you'd fix your website, you'd probably get more customers. One thing that we found that works is if you want to know what an RV park really is like, look it up on your phone in the Maps app, and when you click on it, you'll see pictures from people that have stayed there that have tagged the park. And the pictures that people tag are what you're really getting. So you finally decided on a park that you want to stay at. And you say, let's call them up and make a reservation. You call and you call and you call and no one ever answers. You write an email, no one ever responds. If you're an RV park, there is no excuse to never answer the phone. There is no excuse to never return an email. There is no excuse to do a lot of things, especially during business hours. If you're an RV park, you're in customer service, your job is to answer the phone and help your customers. There's no excuse for not answering the phone. If you're an RV park, you don't answer the phone, no one needs to come stay at your park. You finally found an RV park you want to go to, and you got somebody to answer the phone, and you go through the entire reservation process only to find out that you don't qualify because the park has an age or pet restriction. If you're gonna have restrictions based on age or pets, you need to make it apparent on the website that these types of things aren't allowed. We understand, if you want your park to be 55 plus, make it very apparent when I call or look up on the website that you're a 55 plus park, and I won't waste my time with you because I have kids. You don't want us there, but guess what? We don't want to be there either, because the vibe you're looking for is not the vibe we're looking for. So if you're gonna have pet and age restrictions, make sure everyone knows when they come to your website that this is a park that has certain restrictions on who's allowed to stay. So you finally found an RV park that you like, they answer the phone, there's no weird restrictions based on age or pets, then they want to charge you for everybody. Don't have an additional fee for every person in my party. I have 3 kids. I'm coming to your campground because of what you offer and because of my kids. Without my kids, I likely wouldn't be coming to your park to begin with. We had this one park that charged $5 per kid per night. And the cutoff was, can they walk or not? So 2 of my kids cost me $10 extra a day. And because Caden couldn't walk, he was free. And then they asked me about my dog. And I said, yes, I have a dog. Well, that's also $5 a day. Well, what if he can't walk? You said my kids are only chargeable if they can walk. What if my dog can't walk? She didn't think that was funny, but don't start nickel and diming me on all the guests in my party, because without my guests, I probably wouldn't be coming to your park to begin with. Stop using the word resort. Florida, I'm looking at you. You were guilty of this the most. A resort is somewhere I go where the reason for me going there is to be in the park. The resort is something that's all-inclusive. I am there for what's here. I don't need to leave for anything. Now there's a lot of places I go that are really nice, but they're not resorts. And I'm not there for the park, I'm there for what's outside. It is possible to have an RV park without using the word resort in your title. For lack of a better way to say this, stop making dumb driveways. And what I mean by that is if it's a challenge for me to get in or out of your park, I'm just not gonna come to your park.
So close. Oh. So close. It's so close. Oh, it's so scary.
You may have an amazing park and I want to be there, but if I can't get there, I can't stay there. So do yourself a favor and stop making it a challenge to get in and out of your park. This is a big one because this is usually my first impression of your park. Stop having obnoxious check-in procedures and rules. I've never been to your park. This is my first time ever coming to your park. So make it clear and concise and tidy as to where I need to park my rig when I get there, where I need to go to check in, and what I need to do once I get checked in. Also, when I check in, let's not make it all about the rules. We've had several RV parks where they will literally read all the rules off and you can tell which ones they're the most annoyed about because they repeat those several times. Let's not ruin the experience because you want to make sure I understand your expectations of the rules. Just tell me the rules. And if I'm a good customer, I'll follow them. And if I'm a bad customer, then you can remove me. You see this right behind me? You know what that is? That is a big rig. The words big rig friendly are thrown around almost as much as the word resort. And most RV parks are nowhere near big rig friendly. Sure, I got in there. And maybe one time your friend with the bigger RV got in there, but it wasn't very friendly. So just because you had a few big rigs in your RV park does not make your RV park big rig friendly. So unless you can drive an 18-wheeler around your entire park and put it in every site, you're not a big rig friendly park. You're just a regular RV park that wants big rigs to come there. Escorts. Now this one, I have mixed feelings about. I appreciate a good escort, but most of the time you don't get a good escort. You get a guy whose job is to take you to the site the quickest way possible and to make sure you get back to the site and then go back to the front office. I don't really like those kind of escorts. The escorts I do like are the ones that say, whoa, you have a big rig. How about you jump in the golf cart and let's go look at your site and determine the best way to come in? Because it matters. Do I want to back in blind side or do I want to back on the driver's side? Is the angle I'm trying to go the right direction? Does the site even work? See, a good escort will be like, this site's not going to work. We need to go talk to the office, get you moved. You're just not going to make that. And the great escorts, they will ask you, do you want help backing in or do you want me to leave you alone? Good escorts are hard to come by and most RV parks don't have them. Rocks, poles, trees. I'm looking at you again, Florida. I think you started all this and everyone's following suit. Stop putting rocks, poles, and trees in places that make getting your RV in and out of the site and throughout the campground a challenge. So this is what I'm talking about. So they put that giant yellow rock right there on the corner because they don't want you driving over the grass. But if you have a big rig, you have to swing wide. So you're like, okay, I'll just swing around. Wrong. They put a rock on this side too. So now if I'm trying to miss that rock with my trailer and I'm turning down this road, that becomes a problem because of my truck, because my truck needs to go even wider to make sure I miss that rock with the truck and that rock with the trailer. Here's an example of a poorly placed pole. So there's the pole right there. And if I'm backing into this site right here, that pole is likely going to be the one thing that's going to be in my way. And here is an example of trees. So the pole is not in the way, but now there's a tree right here at the corner of this site. Look, I get it. You're trying to add some privacy and decorations to your RV park. Plus you have grass. You don't want people driving on the grass or parking on the grass. But you've made it a challenge to get in and out of your RV park, especially navigating inside the park. This next one kind of goes with the rocks, poles, and trees, because if you did this, you wouldn't have to do the rocks, poles, and trees. Stop making 90-degree sites that are back in and pull-throughs that aren't pull-throughs. That's a 44-foot RV that had to go into a 90-degree back end that they put a pole and a tree on. 90-degree sites work great for smaller rigs, but for bigger rigs, you could have the same space and fit more RVs in this area if you turn them all on a 45-degree angle. Not only would it make getting in and out easier, it would actually make the sites more enjoyable, because when you stagger them at a 45-degree angle, when I walk out and sit at my picnic table is not next to your sewer. It's in the back of the RV. The same goes for pull-through sites. We have had so many pull-through sites where either we could not pull into them and we had to back into them, or we had to back out of them when it's time to leave. Do away with the 90-degree back-end sites and don't advertise it as a pull-through unless it truly is a pull-through. So this next one, it's not really a big deal until you see some really poor examples of it, but fire pits and picnic tables. So if your site comes with a picnic table and a fire pit, make sure it's actually usable. You wouldn't believe the amount of times that we have a picnic table. This one's fine. That is not usable. It's broken, the boards are broken, they're shattered, they got bolts missing, it's falling apart. We have kids. Our kids are gonna play on that. But if I can't let my kids play on that, then that shouldn't be in my site. Same goes for the fire pit. That's fine as well. We would be better off not having a fire pit and a picnic table if they're not in good working condition than having ones that aren't great here on our site. When I see RV parks that continue to put out bad picnic tables and bad fire pits, that just shows me that the RV park is not investing their money back in their park, because that's the easy stuff. If they can't do the easy stuff, that means they probably can't do the hard stuff either. Not everyone travels with pets, but an overwhelmingly large majority of the people that RV do come with pets. So if you're an RV park, make sure you take care of the pet owners. Make sure they have a good dog park, and make sure they have bags and receptacles to pick up the dog waste. Like this one. This one's out here by the playground, but they also have them at the dog park. You would be surprised how many places we go where they don't even have a dog park, and they have all these rules about pick up after your pet, but they don't provide anything. Now, most responsible pet owners have their own bags and take care of their own pets, but people as a whole, if you don't provide trash cans and trash bags, they're just not going to pick it up. And if you don't do that, it becomes a wasteland of pet waste everywhere. You reserve this park with all these awesome amenities. You get there, you get checked in, the kids are excited, they want to go play everything they saw when you checked in, and you find out that everything costs extra money. Stop nickel and diming me for every single amenity in your park. You use those amenities to catch my attention, to get to me to reserve your park. We came there with the expectation of enjoying all your amenities. Just include it in the price. Make the price per night, whatever it is, to have all the amenities for free. You could charge me $40 more a night and I wouldn't say a word. But if I had to pull out my wallet and spend $10 to play putt-putt golf, I'm automatically gonna be in a bad mood, because I don't feel like they should be nickel and diming for every amenity. Well, we don't wanna charge everybody because not everybody's gonna use it. Look, if you have putt-putt and a jumbo jumper and swimming pools and arcades, trust me, the people that are coming here expect to use those. People without kids that aren't gonna play the arcades, aren't gonna go swimming, aren't gonna enjoy putt-putt, they're likely not coming to your RV park. So for those of us that you're advertising for, don't have an additional charge once we get there to enjoy all the things that we thought we were gonna get when we checked in. So this next one is about laundry. Well, laundry and the other amenities just like laundry. So showers and bathrooms. Not everybody has a washer and dryer in their RV or a shower and a bathroom. So as an RV park, you need to make sure those things work. There's actually no excuse for these not working. You're a business and you're here for customer service. If those things aren't working, there's no excuse but to get them fixed. You guys need to stop putting your dumpsters next to RVs. No one wants to see that, hear that, or smell that. Especially when that trash truck comes in at 7 or 8 in the morning and starts doing the do. No one wants to hear that right next to their RV. We've actually stayed at several campgrounds that do a really good job of this. This one's one of them. So in the mornings, you just set your trash right here by the road and a gentleman comes by and picks it up. I actually have no idea where the dumpsters are here, but they're nowhere near an RV. Do y'all know what that is? That's the park's Wi-Fi, and you need to stop charging for Wi-Fi. Now I know most of you are saying, we're on vacation, we don't need Wi-Fi. We actually don't need Wi-Fi as well when we're on vacation, but we do travel full time. So majority of the time, we do need Wi-Fi to do work and to connect with people back home and do normal everyday life thing. We don't expect much from it because generally it's not the greatest, but it is some sort of connectivity to the outside world. But don't tell me there's Wi-Fi and when I go to sign on, I have to pay an extra fee for the Wi-Fi. Mowing. Who doesn't love mowing the grass? I, for one, love mowing. I just don't like the way RV parks tend to mow. So when you stay long term, they're gonna have to mow with your RV there. And the biggest thing is they do not watch where they're blowing stuff. So they will literally throw everything on the side of your RV with their mower. A lot of times they don't even have the little baffle plate to prevent it from having a discharge. They run over rocks and throw rocks everywhere. And they do a number on my sewer tube, my electrical cord, and my water hose with the trimmers. They come through here and they don't move nothing. They just run the trimmer right up next to everything. Now on our short-term stays, we understand you have to mow. If we're staying 7 to 10 days, how about you just mow the lot before I check in and you mow it whenever I check out? That way you're never mowing the site when someone's actively in it. Mowing. I love to mow, but the way you guys mow at these RV parks sometimes is not the best. This is a big one for me, and I mean no offense by it, but long-term residents. If you're gonna have an RV park that involves long-term residents as your business model, there is a right and a wrong way to do it. They should not look like a yard sale in front of their RV when you pull in. We had a park in New Braunfels, Texas do this the best we've ever seen it done. They had a lot of long-term residents. They also had a lot of traveling residents like us, and they had those two parks separated. The long-term were all in the back, they had their own gate, and the traveling people were in the front and they had their own gate as well. Now you could drive between both, but in a perfect world, you never saw each other. We never knew they existed and they never knew that we existed. If you're gonna have long-terms, they need to look just like me. You can't tell if they're long-term or just passing through. 100% by default, you cannot use the word resort in your name if your business model is primarily long-term residents. This next one drives us crazy. And now it's something that we only experience during the weekdays, never on the weekend. But like right now, you can see, there's not many people on this end of the campground, right? And that's normally how it is for us Monday through Thursday afternoon. Come Thursday night, usually the parks fill up and they're full Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday they're gone again. What always happens, and every RV park is guilty of this, and I don't know why they do it, if it's in some sort of RV park manual when they first get their RV park, but there will be an RV that comes in today, right? Where do you think they'll park them? Will they park them on any of these sites right here? The answer is no. You know where they'll park them? They'll park them right there or right there. And those people may not even be staying the weekend. They may be here one night and they're gonna put them right next to us. Kevin from the future. So this morning when I told you that we had no neighbors and what they're likely to do is park someone next to us if they come in, well, it happened. So someone came in and there's no one on this side and they parked them right next to us. And there's no one on the other side of him all the way down. But they thought they had to put a neighbor next to me. I don't know why they do that, but they always do. So after 3 years of full-time living and travel, this is some of the things that we think RV parks should stop doing right now. Now, some of these aren't very big at all, and some of these things have actually gotten RV parks removed from consideration when making our travel plans. Since we do travel full-time, a lot of our expectations and experiences are based on that, and they may be very different than your expectations. Let us know, what are some of the things that you wish RV parks would stop doing? What are some of the best things that you've ever seen an RV park do? And what are the worst things that you've ever seen an RV park do? So this video was all about the things that RV parks need to stop doing. And it got me thinking, Man, there's a whole lot of things that RVers like myself need to stop doing as well. So would you guys be interested in seeing a video about all the things that RVers need to stop doing? Thanks for hanging out with me on my list of things that RV parks need to stop doing. We love you, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.